What's up everybody, this is Ven bringing you another M.O.C Spotlight where we take apart what you build. Also, Happy New Year, am I right? And for today's episode, we'll be taking a look at Hydrogen, Bearer of the Stars by BricksOfAwesome. Now before we get started, let me tell you about my method of reviewing, which involves a point system that is based on 3 fundamental attributes: the overall appearance of the M.O.C, the build of the M.O.C itself, and the concept and ideas behind the M.O.C's creation. Each quality will amount up to 10 points, leading up to a final score that will be determined at the end of the episode, and please remember that this is all based on my opinion. So let's get this started. Man, immediately I gotta say, this looks very impressive. It's not too often you see all these transparent pieces being used to this extent. This thing is covered in it, and it looks phenomenal. It's so vibrant that it was quick to grab my attention. And the model itself is very unique, because it's like this half-humanoid creature just engulfed in flames. It's like what I would imagine an elemental spirit thing of some sort to look like. Like, it reminds me of me in the hot tub, or like a boss from a Dark Souls type of video game. The only real complaint I have to make about it, the way it looks, is just the way that these weapons stick out on the back here. I'm not really feeling this all too much. It kind of breaks up the flow of the M.O.C, because I feel that it carries a very different aesthetic than what the rest of the M.O.C has. Like, the rest of the M.O.C has a lot of volume and it's very busy, but at the same time there's like a sense of flow because that aesthetic is just so consistent from the ground upward. And then the swords on the back, they just don't look like part of the M.O.C at all, really, because I'm convinced that the top part of this M.O.C was formed out of the flames at the bottom part of this M.O.C, but then you got the swords on the back and they don't look anything like that. They don't look like they just came out of those flames at all. They just look kind of there. Now I do like that they are here, because I'd imagine without anything on the back of this M.O.C, it would look a little bit plain. Like, it just would not have the same effect. So my complaint isn't so much that they're there, that they're the wrong color or something like that. It's just the texture. I wish there was a bit more to them. And now the build of this M.O.C is incredibly creative. Fragile as all heck, but at least the M.O.C still looks cool, am I right? Well, maybe not cool, rather warm. Get it? Because it looks really fiery hot and, you know, it's on fire. Not literally, but it looks like it's on fire, so that's all that matters, right? And it's cool to see that there's a little bit of posability, though I can't imagine anyone really trying to pull off any other pose or even fiddling around with this at all, because it looks like it was built to look the way it is. You don't touch it, you don't play with it, no nothing. That's the way it is. You leave it alone. You just look at it and witness the beauty. And I can't appreciate that. It does feel a little bit empty without any sort of play functionality or whatever, but it's fine. Because again, it does look like it was built more for aesthetics than anything else. Because aside from that, everything looks to fit together really nicely. It's a very cohesive design. Plus, it was built for a competition, and my guess is that the competition revolves more on the appearance rather than structural integrity. Because I mean, well, to be fair, who really cares about structural integrity when you're looking at cool M.O.Cs on the internet, am I right? Do you guys care about how well built a M.O.C is? Please post in the comments below. I'd love to hear some feedback on that. Because the builder didn't really seem so concerned with that as he did just trying to get his ideas out there. For instance, the M.O.C was meant to look as though it was on fire because he wanted to set a sort of motif for the M.O.C, because the design for this M.O.C was actually inspired by stars, which are mostly, but not completely, composed of the element hydrogen, hence the name of the M.O.C. So that's why it looks like it's on fire. That's why it's got all these different colors, the yellows, the reds, and the blues, and even this little bit of purple on the head up here, because depending on how hot the star is, you can find one in each of these colors and all across the universe. Plus, there's also the fact that hydrogen is a very flammable element. So with all that said, I gotta say, I am impressed. You know, I dig it. I dig the fire. I dig the elements and the fiery stars and stuff. I dig the orbs in the hands representing stars. I think just all of that is a very intriguing source of inspiration. Like, honestly, it sounds cool, but I'm just mostly glad to see how well it turned out. Because man, I already like this M.O.C just based on looks alone, but just having that bit of context makes me like it even more. It is quite literally a representation of hydrogen. So now I'm thinking it's time we wrap this up and just move along to our final scores. Now, shall we? In terms of appearance, this MOC receives a 9 out of 10, because it's such a creative design and I really do like it. It's unique, the colors are vibrant and laid out really nicely, and I have no real complaints aside from the weird fins on the back that just look too flat for such a busy MOC like this. But in terms of the build, this MOC receives a 7 out of 10. Very creative build, it's just unfortunate that it makes so many sacrifices in order to look as good as it does. And in terms of the concept, this MOC receives a 9 out of 10. Simply because it's got a weak build and there's one aspect of the MOC's design that I'm not all too much of a fan of, but nonetheless, the builder still had some really cool ideas when getting into this MOC. Like the whole hydrogen thing sounds so good, and then the MOC itself looks so good, so it's nice to have that bit of consistency between concept and execution. And with all that said, we are left with a final score that all adds up to a 25 out of 30 points. So great job to you, Bricks of Awesome. Hope to see more out of you, maybe some more elements, because that'd be interesting. And as for the rest of you viewers, if you would like a chance to be featured on the MOC Spotlight in the future, please consider posting to our message boards at board.ttvchannel.com, where you are more than welcome to post your own creations to the LEGO Creations category. And if you're not sure how to do that, or you're not sure how this exactly gets you onto the MOC Spotlight, please check out the video on how this whole process works. It's real easy, honestly. So I hope to see you there, and if not, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.